Hello guys, the problem that we are discussing now is on climbing the stairs. So let's read the question. So you are climbing a staircase, okay, which has n steps, and each time you climb either one step or two steps. And how many distinct ways are possible? Like in how many ways you can climb the steps? So the input is n and the number of steps, and you have to tell how many ways you can climb those steps by climbing one or two steps at a time. So how do we go solving this problem? So first let's take an example and go through it. So let's consider n equals 5, and for this let's take an example. So let's take that I will take an array of 6 elements where 0 is the starting position. So at 0 I'll put 0 number of steps is required since it's the starting position, and from here to first step I can only take in one step. So there is only one way possible, so I'll write it as 1. From 0 to 2 I can either take two steps, one double step, say directly from 0 to 2, or I can take 0 to 1 and 1 to 2. So there are two possible ways, and so this much we have done at groundwork. And for third I can either take one step, so from here I will be taking one step, or I can take two steps, so that is from 1 I should take two steps. So there are already two ways to come to this step. From here I can go here, or there are one ways to come here, and from there I can go here. So totally there are 1 plus 2, three ways. And similarly for fourth place, either I can take one step from here, or I have to take two steps from here. So if I'm taking one step from here, there are three ways of reaching here and then taking one step. If I'm taking two steps, there are two ways of reaching here. From there I'm taking two steps. So totally there are 2 plus 3, 5 ways. Similarly here, 3 plus 5, 8 ways. So if you observe closely, this somewhat resembles like a Fibonacci sequence. So something like that, sum of previous two terms. And how do we go about coding this problem? So uh, so if you're going to write a recursive program, right? So I'll first say about recursive solution. So I have to write base conditions, right? So these two things I will write it in the base condition. So if n equals 1, I'll return 1, and if n equals 2, I would return 2. And otherwise, right, when n is 3 or 5 or something, what I was doing was I was summing up n minus 1 number of possible ways and number of possible ways from n minus 2, right? So if otherwise, so here the input is n in a function I'm writing this, and otherwise I would be returning so that same function of n minus 1 plus same function of n minus 2. So this would be how you write this recursively. So but since we are using the values from previous computation every time, so we can do something better. Like can we do something better instead of recursively going on calling? Can we use the past results to compute the next? If you see what we were doing here, it's the same, right? Like, so what I'll do is I'll take an array, and first one, this is actually not needed, I'll put it 0, the default value. I'll put 1 for here and 2 for here, and 0 1 2 up to n. So I would go from uh, yeah, I would go from 0 to n. This I value will be going from 0 to n, and every time what I'll do is this array of I, not 0 to n, sorry, it will be going from 3 to n. So these values I have already filled it up, so I'll go from 3 to n, and I'll be filling this array I with array of I minus 1 value plus array of I minus 2th value, and at the last what I get, right, this array of nth value, this I would be returning. So this is how you can code this problem.